everyone, so I'm super excited about this video. It's some of my favorite names from my favorite book series of all time, Anne of Green Gables. The author Lucy Maud Montgomery was, in my opinion, on the cutting edge in her time with her name choices, and she had some really cool ones, so I wanted to share them with you. Of course, the first one for the girls is Anne, the heroine of the whole series. It's such a cute little spunky name, and it's Hebrew, and it means gracious and merciful. The next one is Cordelia. Cordelia is the name Anne wanted to be called so bad. She thought it was so much more romantic and poetic than Anne. And Cordelia is Celtic, and its meaning is unknown. The next one is Blythe. Blythe is a personal favorite of mine, and it's a word that means happy. Of course, Anne would one day become Anne Blythe from her beloved Gilbert. And I think this name is just so gorgeous. The next one is Avonlea, of course, the town where she was from. I think Avonlea is such a pretty name. It's English and it means field near the river. The next one is Marilla. Marilla was Anne's guardian, and some say it is a combination name of Mary and Priscilla. It's Latin and it means shining sea. And of course, there's the nickname Rilla because eventually Anne names her daughter Marilla, and she calls her Rilla. And Rilla in German means small brook. The next one is Ruby. Ruby was a childhood friend of Anne, and this name is so cute. The next one is Lavender. I love how Lucy Maud Montgomery spelled this differently than the regular lavender. It kind of sets this apart as a name with the D-A-R ending instead of the D-E-R. And Miss Lavender's little maid girl, servant girl in the book was Charlotta. And Charlotta is so cute. I think it's a nice little spin on Charlotte. It's an old Greek name that means maiden. Then there's Priscilla. Priscilla was introduced in Anne of Avonlea and Anne of the Island. Its Latin means ancient, and Priscilla was a college friend of Anne, and her other friends were Stella and Philippa, so I think that's really cute. The next one is Una. Una in Latin means one. I've also heard this pronounced Una, though. I think I like Una more. And Una was a daughter from the family Anne's kids were friends with in Rainbow Valley, and she was such a quiet, sweet little girl. The next one is Persis. Persis was introduced in Anne's House of Dreams and in Rilla of Ingleside, and Persis is such a cute little name. It's Persian woman. And for more information about this name, look down in the bottom bar. I'll send you to a video from Elena who talks about the name Persis, and it's really cool. The next one is Ismay. Ismay is a variation of Esme, which means esteemed, and this character is just a minor character, and she was in the further Chronicles of Avonlea. And I think Ismay is so pretty. And the next one which was also in further Chronicles of Avonlea is Thyra. It's kind of like Tyra. It's connected there, and it's Scandinavian for goddess. I think Thyra is really pretty. I think it looks prettier than actually to say it. The next one is Hester Gray. Hester is a form of Esther, which means star, but Hester Gray was introduced in Anne of Avonlea. She was a deceased young bride who, her garden, she had just loved her garden, and Anne discovers this garden that's absolutely beautiful, but it's kind of overgrown, and she finds Hester Gray's tombstone, and so it's kind of like a magical little spot, and I guess you'd have to read the book to fall in love with Hester Gray, but I've always loved that combo. It seems timeless to me. And then, of course, my last girl's name is Avril, from the infamous Avril's Atonement. If you haven't read the book, it was a story that Anne wrote that got published by a baking powder company, and it was totally ruined for her. But I love Avril, and I love this spelling of it. It's English, and it means boar battle. For the boys, the first one is Cuthbert. Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert are the ones who took Anne in when she was an orphan, and Anne would eventually one day give this as a middle name to one of her sons. I love the name Cuthbert. It's Old English and means bright, brilliant, and famous, which I think is awesome. The next one, of course, is Gilbert, the beloved Gilbert. I love this name so much. I would love to use it, but I'm not brave enough because I'm afraid it's too old man. But I love Gilbert, and of course, I think I love it so much because of Gilbert Blythe. I just, love it. And Gilbert is English and means bright pledge. The next one is James. Anne and Gilbert gave this to their first son with the nickname Jem, which I think is so cool. I love it so much better than Jim. And James is biblical, means supplanter. And James, nicknamed Jem, was introduced in Anne's House of Dreams. The next son is Walter, which Anne named after her biological father. And Walter, I just think, is so nice. Walter Cuthbert Blythe is just a cool name in general. I'm so upset that it's a fictional character. I want him to be real so bad. And it's an English name meaning army ruler. The next one is Barry, of course, for Anne's beloved bosom friend of kindred spirit, Diana Barry. And it's Irish and means fair-headed. Which is kind of funny because in the book, Diana's hair is dark as a raven's. So the next one is Sloane for Gilbert's friend Charlie Sloane. And I see this name getting a lot of attention, but it's funny because of the books. I looked at this word negatively, but hearing a bunch of namers talking about it, and looking at it for its own merit, I think Sloane is a really cool name. And it's Irish and means warrior. The next one is Selwyn. In Anne's House of Dreams, there's this old story connected to her house from a man named John Selwyn who came over from England and built it. And it's a very beautiful love story. And I think Selwyn's such a cool name. It's English and means manor friend, like manor as in a house. The second to last one is Ludovic. It's in the Chronicles of Avonlea, but it also talks about it in the main series a little bit. But Anne helped Ludovic Speed marry this girl Theodora Dix, and it was kind of like a cool little thing. But anyway, I think Ludovic is so cool. It's French and means famous warrior. And the last one is Wright. It's English and means carpenter worker. And Diana Barry would one day go on to be Diana Wright. And I think Wright is really, really cool. It's short and sweet, and I like it. So these are just all the names that I love from my all-time favorite series. I know that I'm missing a ton, but I didn't want this video to go on forever. If you have read the series, I'd love to hear your favorite names. And if you're interested, I might one day put together some of my favorite names from Lucy Maud Montgomery's, all of her books. So if you're interested in that, I might do that. And I'll talk to you later.